talk about your new role. It brings with it a lot of responsibility, not just nationally but also on a global scale. Tell us about your new role and what kind of challenges you hope to address.
So, in the new role as a global marketing person for the global team, it involves planning for strategies for the group as well. And this is something good because then the perspective from countries like India and China and USA are taken into consideration. It's not the German way of thinking. And then it's like some boundaries are wider and your perspective is becomes global. So that helps, and it also helps me to have a great bond with an international team. Also get the perspective from what happens in the other part of the world and what are they doing in terms of marketing communication. So that's a real global platform, and it's very interesting.
How has that helped you? I mean, since you assumed this role, obviously there would have been changes you have made to your own thinking, your own pattern of way of thinking, way of projecting the company. How has that changed you?
Definitely, we have been a multinational company and interacting with my counterparts from, for example, Germany from all the 5 brands, as well as my counterparts from within America, within China. So I get to know what they are doing, and then you can just take what is feasible for the India market from what's happening around the globe and use it to for the India strategy as well.
Okay. So
we also have kind of best practices. So something which is worked well in USA, at least we could give it a thought whether that kind of a strategy works for India as well. And that's something we discuss about best strategies, best practices. So it's like kind of a big family coming together and discussing what's best for the family as well as for a particular subsidiary. That's how they do it.
That's interesting. I'll come to the best practices part a little better, but I'll ask you about So tell me, okay, let's talk about the best practice. What best practice you hope to inculcate? What is the feedback from overseas? How do they view India?
So for India, definitely, as we see, what are the challenges faced in exhibitions? So we share what kind of challenges we have, what kind of infrastructure is there, and then we discuss on what can be done better in terms of setting up a booth, etc. That is one part of it. For example, in one of the Excon, there was a lot of rain and which washed out everything. The global community always was interested in knowing how we handle this difficult situation, so that there is kind of a SOP in place on if this happens, so what can be done. So that could be included. We made it as a document and we included in the best practices. Like for example, what happens when there is a natural, I wouldn't call it as a calamity, but something which is beyond your control, and how do we tackle it?
Have you passed this on to the organizers?
Correct. So we did pass it on to the organizers during the Excon team. Of course, I mean it was rain and it's like something of a natural phenomena. But I think we should take this into consideration while planning, and then have kind of a system which can tackle such things. We have some things ready, or some kind of a machinery which cleans up the road, cleans up the marks. So this is all something which may not happen immediately in India, but this is something when we share with the global team, at least they ensure that when they speak to their organizers, they have this checklist of whether this can happen.
It's interesting you spoke of the best practices. Could you identify the best practices that you have seen and are impressed abroad, which you hope to inculcate here in India?
So for first,
manufacturing side.
On the manufacturing side, I'm more involved in the market.
Okay, but you can generally give me an idea.
The first where the entire team participates is in the pre-construction days of the group. And that is where in India we face a major challenge. Because for example, as a woman working in this industry, the infrastructure needs to be friendly for me. The toilets, if I have to walk a long way, it's a difficult thing to do. So something like this, basically the infrastructure, there should be some food available because this all comes closer to the day. This is something definitely which is already there in the global or the worldwide exhibition centers, but definitely it needs to come to India at a faster pace. In terms of marketing, communications and branding, I think we look at it in a country specific part of it,
Okay.
like what works. For example, they would have this nice carpets and they could get machines inside very fast.
Yeah.
Maybe for India, it's there in some places, some not. So there are different aspects how we look at it.
Okay. Okay. All right. What about the exhibition? You know, you have attended after a long time, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
How do you see this particular edition? Is there any improvement, or do you see any room for further improvement?
So definitely there is improvement because I think the infrastructure, at least for this hall, is
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
It's modern, a little more well equipped.
Yeah.
In terms of improvement, I would still say that the hygiene part of it and the discipline part of it for the traffic management,
Yeah.
that needs improvement. It's better than the earlier editions, but
Yeah.
definitely there is room to improve for it.
Okay. So what kind of future do you envision? Obviously, since you are looking at it from a very fresh and international perspective, how do you see your role emerging as you move along? For yourself, I mean, as a leader in your Indian area operations.
So no, India definitely is like I said, we have a lot of products coming in, we have a lot of exports happening. So definitely the role will be enhanced day wise. There are lots of more products, lots of more communication, better branding to be reaching out to also we will cater to the Southeast Asian part of it, we will cater to Brazil, the Middle East, and there my role would be increasing because then I also get to interact with those counterparts and do the best type of branding, the best type of trade shows. So it's basically a family getting bigger and bigger. Likewise, my role also is becoming more interesting.
One of the major areas of improvement that we have seen in this exhibition is the area of women empowerment. Someone like you definitely fits the bill. I mean, what do you have to say about that? What do you think about this movement, women being upwardly mobile and getting more attention, that kind of thing? So how do you see that?
Well, I think if I speak for myself and for my role in the organization, I think there has been a good empowerment because I've been working with this team in a male-dominated area. But I have never felt that my opinion has not been. In fact, it is really. I mean, my growth has been because there is this women empowerment title. So if I speak for myself and my organization,
it's already embedded.
This is already there. It is not a new topic for me.
Okay. No, I wanted to come into a very general sort of way. What does that mean for women as a whole? Because this conference, one of the key topics is women empowerment. So how do you view that kind of development?
So I think there should be a good growth from the organization to push women. First they need to recruit women more in this field, and then they need to empower them and just ensure that the right kind of training is given, the right kind of forums or the right kind of platforms are there available for them. One is the organization part of it, and then there is some peer industry where some kind of interactions will happen between the women in the industry, so that we get to know what's happening here, what's happening there.
So what's happening on the shop floor at WIRTGEN? Are we having more women?
So this year there was a kind of number given to the organization, and what we did is we started from also one of the part is the factory is located outside the city. But then there was a conscious effort made, and we have close to 20 ladies on the shop floor, and they are working hand to hand with the main staff, and there is no differentiation.
Okay.
That's
perhaps we would like to cover that aspect of what WIRTGEN is doing, visit the factory and do that.
Yeah, sure, you are very welcome.
We want to do that. In fact, look at WIRTGEN as we're doing a Pune special, so probably we could do something. How WIRTGEN is a huge contributor, not
it's
locally and also for nationally and internationally. So maybe you can take that focus as a cover story or something like that.
I think that will to make better roads. That's the future of road building. So that's what we want to really push to and let our customers know.
As a woman, you have already paved a major road for all of us.
Thank you.
I congratulate you once again. God bless you.